Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Bond & Modus Facebook Live. We appreciate you joining in. We've been doing this now for over 6 months, and a number of people have commented how much they enjoy our Facebook Lives, and I really think you're going to enjoy our presentation today. Just a reminder, we are talking about offices are throughout Alabama or throughout Mississippi, and we're in the Knoxville area in Tennessee. We know a lot of people work with people facing these. So during this time, during the pandemic, we are offering absolutely free initial consultations with experience attorneys. We'll do them in safety with your own home or office. We'll do it by phone or video. We want you today, we are very fortunate to have a special guest, Don Franklin Ellis, with Untitled Chapter. And Don, it's really a pleasure to have you with us here today.
It is a great pleasure to be here with you guys.
And you've already explained to me you are actually in an Orange Theory fitness studio today, and there is some background noise because our class is going on, and that's great. I love activity. I just love to see people participating in physical activities right now, getting out and exercise and being able to. So Donna, if you would, give us a little bit of background on yourself and on Orange Theory and what you do at Orange Theory.
Okay, I'm originally from Florence, Alabama. You and I actually both share the same alma mater for UNA.
I'm wearing my shirt for you today, Donna.
And it's a great polo that you have. It looks great on you. And I've actually been in fitness for 24 years now. I fell in love with fitness, and as soon as high school, my first group exercise was Johnny G spin. I don't know how many people remember Johnny G, but Johnny G and personal training was what I first focused on. And then I fell in love with it, got a bachelor's degree in fitness management at UNA, and got a graduate assistantship at the YMCA of the Shoals, and received my master's in health promotion and human performance, and went straight into a job with the YMCA as a facility director. Decided to move to Montgomery to open up a new studio here in Montgomery. I was with the YMCA called Wise up at Hillwood. Stayed there for several years, and then decided to open up my own boot camp. So after running my own boot camp, I decided that I wanted to get into something different, and heard about Orange Theory and about all of the technology and the innovation in the exercise industry, and decided to become a coach at Orange Theory. I started off as a coach, just coaching the classes, and made my way up to a head coach, then a regional fitness trainer, studio leader, and now regional sales and ops.
That's awesome. Tell me a little bit about the technology, how Orange Theory uses technology to help people better themselves.
Everyone in our classroom wears an OTB performance tracker, and it's going to keep track of your heart rate when you're working out. Prior to working at Orange Theory, I would work out and I would kind of know where my intensity level was. But it was a game changer for me and my fitness level and my goals when I was able to see my heart rate on the OTB screen. So during your class, we monitor your heart rate, and you're able to know where you're at as far as where your heart rate goes, if you can push yourself, if you should be pushing yourself more, if you should tone it down some more. And then like with Orange Theory, the whole theory behind Orange Theory is when you spend 12 or more minutes in the orange and red zone, your body is burning more calories post-workout. And the only way to be able to track that is to be able to have your heart rate, your performance tracker on.
That's cool. I've always heard how important, and heart rate wasn't something when I was younger that trainers really paid attention to, but I've learned about how important it is, and it's fascinating how Orange Theory works it into the routines. So today we want to talk specifically about helping people get back on track. We've been going through a pandemic, still in it, made it tough for people to get out, and of course, we've got the holidays coming up, which are also always a challenging time. These are just unprecedented times. I'm older than you. But I can't ever remember a time when so many people were having to isolate themselves, having to stay at home, just starting to venture back out. A lot of people are still isolated from one another, and it's tough. It creates anxiety and health problems, high blood pressure, diabetes, and it's important for people to be taking care of themselves right now. Have you ever seen a time like this? I think 2020 has just been a challenge for all of us.
I definitely agree. It has definitely been a challenge for everyone. I mean, there was one point in time we were shut down completely, and everybody was pretty much staying at home. And people had to find alternative ways to be able to keep moving or to work out. And, when you're at home, there's so many different challenges. And even today at the studio, I'm checking in classes and I see a new member come in for the first time since we've shut down the studio, because it was just being able to feel comfortable to be able to come out to the studio and to the gyms and feel comfortable.
Wow. Well said, Donna. People need to feel comfortable again. And boy, we're already getting some questions coming in, and I want to dive right into some of them with you. And I think most important question on a lot of people's minds. Let's hit it right on the nose. Is it safe for us to go back into the gym right now?
I would say, depending on individual, I would say it is safer to go back to the gym if certain factors are in place. Are they social distancing? Are they wiping down the equipment after every use from each person? Do they provide sanitation stations? Is there disinfectant readily available for you to wipe down your equipment? And, I feel like if those factors are in place, that it would be safer to go back to the gym.
And I assume that the Orange Theory facilities are all following those type procedures.
Yes, we have strict guidelines that we always follow. Our staff is always in PPE. We wipe down, we provide everything that our members need to be able to wipe down their equipment during class, but also we clean the equipment every hour in our studios when we're in operation to make it safe. And we have guidelines on making sure everybody stays 6 feet apart, and we still have capacity. We don't even have a full capacity. We're not at full capacity right now because we want our members to feel safer when they come into the studio and feel confident that we're looking out for their best interest.
I had a question while I was preparing for this, and I really didn't know the answer to it, and I was throwing it out at you. Do you need to wear a mask while you're actually exercising, or the masks? What's the procedure? What's the best way to handle that?
We give our members the option to wear a mask because it is difficult to work out with a mask on and breathing in the carbon dioxide. So we actually give people the option, and we keep people 6 feet apart. So those that don't feel as comfortable wear their mask, and those that feel like it constricts them from working out, and because it is a high intensity workout, they don't wear a mask. But it's completely up to you guys if you would like to wear a mask or not. But we definitely keep you guys 6 feet apart as well.
I use a different gym. It's not an operation like Orange Theory, but it's about half and half what I see with the people that are in and out of the gym. So somebody that realizes that they've gotten a little bit out of shape, they want to get back into working out, or for somebody new to working out, what's the best advice to give somebody that just wants to get back into working out right now?
I would recommend always to start off slow. Find something that you enjoy doing that gets you active, and then get you moving, that you can schedule in your day, that you kind of actually look forward to doing it, even if it's just going to the park for a walk. That's better than sitting on the couch. Find something that you enjoy doing and work your way from there, because none of us want to do anything if we don't really enjoy doing it, and we want you to stick with it. So it's finding that activity that you love.
Got it. That makes good sense. So I'd like your perspective. I know a lot of people like structured fitness classes like Orange Theory provides. Others like to just do it on their own. What, in your opinion, does a structured fitness class offer to people that want to get into shape or stay in shape?
I think a structured fitness class gives them guidance. Here at Orange Theory, we have a personal trainer that delivers every single class to our members. And we make sure that your workout is effective and, most importantly, that it's safe. And that's the key thing when you're working out. You want it to be effective, you want it to be safe, and you want it to be time efficient. You want to get the most bang for your buck. And if you don't have to think about your workout, it just makes it that much easier for you to do it, as opposed to like, okay, what am I going to do next? Or, we're coaching you here at Orange Theory. We coach you through a structured workout, and people love it because it takes the thinking out of it and they can just focus on what they're doing.
So is it the structured class? Is it being in the group that motivates people in addition to the trainer? I know I've been told that these type workouts are usually a shorter period of time because you're working harder. Is that the case at Orange Theory?
Well, ours is it's a 60-minute class. 23 minutes will be spent on the treadmill, 23 minutes is in the weight room, and the rest is warm up, cool down, and then some flexibility. But I would definitely say that we do push you hard for a higher intensity workout. So you don't want the long bouts of cardiovascular training that some people would do for an hour.
Right. So you referred to people earlier that they may not be ready to come back to a structured class. Maybe they have health problems. So if I do have a health issue, what can I do at home to stay active right now?
Right now, Orange Theory actually offers free classes online. If you go to YouTube and you Google and you search Orange Theory at home workouts, we have a brand new workout every day that's focused for members that are not members and non-members that are not willing that just don't feel comfortable coming out into the studios yet. So
do these home workouts require equipment or do you need to have the monitor you referred to earlier to keep track of your heart rate?
Well, ideally, you would love to be able to have the heart rate monitor. Our members can actually do at-home workouts with their monitor on. If you don't, you can always go on how you feel. But the great thing about our Orange Theory workouts at home is you can use items around the house, and usually they're demoing with items around the house that you would just have randomly laying around to be able to do the workout.
Cool. So I might just get a piece of furniture from my living room and use it or something like that.
Yes.
That's great. My wife might not like me using the furniture from our living room, but I'll find something to use. Interesting question here. And you may have already answered it by saying that you offer free online workouts right now, but there's somebody unemployed. Our firm represents a lot of people with financial problems right now, and especially with COVID going on and people with being out without jobs. Are there discounts available? Are there free workouts available? Talk a little bit more about that, if you would, for people that are strapped for money right now.
During COVID, I noticed there were a lot of fitness facilities offering at-home workouts, and we're offering at-home workouts that are very effective. But other things that you can do is also go walk at the park. If you're not ready to run, it's okay. Walking was still great exercise. So there's always something out there, even that you don't even have to spend money.
All right. Well, that's good to know. And again, I want our clients out there to know, these are tough financial times. Still, go to the Orange Theory website, go to other resources online and find these free workouts and participate in them. Next question. If I don't have a lot of money again, and I want to use something other than my living room furniture, what is the best equipment for working out at home?
I love resistant bands and mini bands. They are relatively inexpensive. You're looking at maybe $10. I love working with mini bands, even at home. When we were shut down for COVID, I was using resistant bands. I was using body weight exercises because I didn't have access to the heavier weights that I'm accustomed to. But I was still getting a great workout with resistant bands, mini bands. I would even pick up laundry detergent. I used my kids to squat with. I wouldn't recommend that, but I mean, I used my kids. Anything to add any type of resistance to it. But resistance bands are a great option, and you can use them anywhere. You can put them around a tree. I put mine around the piano because my piano is hard to move. I'm a fan of resistant bands.
All right, expand on that for me. I've been at the gym and I've seen people with these bands. They're usually bright colors. Maybe it's my age, but I never worked out with those bands. How are those used, and why are they good for you?
They're good because they also incorporate the smaller muscles that you're trying to work as well. You're having to pull the band. It's kind of like a rubber band. You're just trying to stretch your rubber band as far as you can and bring it back to the starting position. But you're trying to keep tension on the band, and that tension on the band places tension on your muscles and actually helps you gain muscular strength and muscular endurance.
And there's a variety of things you can do with them, I assume?
Yes, I've been able to work upper body, lower body. I've been able to work my abs with it. There's different resistance levels because there's a light, there's a medium, heavy, there's very heavy, because all of us have different fitness levels. So even for the beginner, a light resistance band would still be challenging for them to be able to work out with, and they could still see some results.
So you use the term beginner. All different types of people wanting to get back into fitness right now. Is the person's age, their age, their experience, are all of those things important to the type of workout they do, Donna?
Yes and no. I would be more concerned with any type of limitations they may have, because we have some members. We have a member here. She is 78 years old and she has zero restrictions. She can do almost anything that a 20-year-old can do on the treadmill in the weight room. It may be not at a lower intensity, but she's still doing the same thing. So my main concern would be more like limitations or injuries that someone may have that we would need to alter.
That's 78 years old and no limitations. That's great.
We have one member that's 68, and I mean, I'm like, her arms are the best looking arms that I've ever seen on a woman, period. I mean, wow. I'm not talking about a younger. I mean, any woman, period. Miss Ada has the best looking arms at 68 that I've ever seen.
Well, shout out to Miss Ada. That's awesome. So if I haven't been working out, let me make sure I read this question that we have, right? How long does it take to regain muscle that I lost because I wasn't working out?
You would probably need to see about 6 to 8 weeks to be able to see, like, if you took a long time off of working out, 6 to 8 weeks. When you stop working out, if you only stop working out a few days or even up to 3 weeks, you're not going to see a significant loss in strength or muscle mass. But those longer periods of time, to be able to get that muscle memory back and start lifting, anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks, you should be able to see a change in your muscle mass.
Well, that's not very long. People should be encouraged to get back into the gym and start working out to rebuild that. So I just want to take a brief moment here and just kind of recap where we are. I'm Brad Bodis with the Bond and Bodis Law Offices. Bond and Bodis Law Offices are located throughout Alabama, Mississippi, in the Knoxville area in Tennessee. We help people with money problems, and we've been doing it for over 30 years. These are tough times. If you're having financial problems, it's kind of like working out. You need to get good advice. You need to be proactive. You need to reach out for help from people that have experience. During COVID, during this time, we are offering absolutely free initial consultations. We'll do them by phone or video. We'll do them from the safety and comfort of your home or your office. But reach out for help. We're here to help you. We are doing this week's Facebook Live with Donna Franklin Ellis with Orange Theory Fitness, and we've been taking questions from our viewers. If you have questions, please feel free to chime in. I'm reading them as they come in from the different social media sources we have. But Donna, I want to be respectful of your time, but let's get back into a few more of these questions that we have here. So holidays are coming up. Christmas is coming up. What's the best way to stay on track with our fitness goals through the holidays?
One of the things we recommend for our members here at Orange Theory is to pre-book your classes. On Sunday, find that day that you can pre-book your classes and put it in your schedule and commit to it for the week. Because most of the times if we put it in our schedule and we say we're going to commit to it, we follow through with it. So my advice would be to put it in your schedule, make it important, make it as important as your hair appointment and your nail appointment and other appointments that you have. Make it a priority because during the holidays, it's stressful. A lot of people are stressed out during the holidays, and the working out will actually help with those happy endorphins to help you get through the holidays. And at the end of the day, you'll feel better, and just focusing on like making it a priority during the holidays and just schedule it in.
Is it, and I agree wholeheartedly for myself. I try to exercise at the same time on the same days each week, and I have an appointment to take care of myself on those days. What about, you're eating a lot of rich foods during the holidays, or many of us are. Any suggestions as to how to exercise around meals? When's the best time? Is it before a meal? Is it after a meal? Or sometime in between?
I kind of tell people whatever you feel like is your time of day. Some people are not morning exercisers, so I wouldn't say exercise before you go eat, before you splurge. I'm a morning exerciser myself. I'm not very effective in the evening time. I've got a lot of stuff going on. I've got 2 kids, so I make sure I do it in the morning. So if I do cheat during the day, then it's like, okay, I did work out this morning, but I make sure that I work out the next day. So my recommendation would be, if you're going to eat bad, be sure that you're working out.
Well, I'm afraid that the first part of that's going to be a given with me over the next couple of months. I do my best, but it's tough during the holidays. So my guess is that, like with a lot of fitness facilities, first of the year, New Year's resolution is when your facilities start to fill up. It's probably harder to schedule classes. So I'd encourage people to get out now, before the New Year's rush. If I wanted to try, or one of our viewers wanted to try out Orange Theory, does Orange Theory offer some type of test class before you sign up, or how does that process work, Donna?
Yes, your first class is always free here at Orange Theory. You would just call up at the studio. You would let them know that you heard about us through our broadcast today, and then we would set them up for a fitness consultation, and we would get them in for their first class. We like to do a fitness consultation because we like to know a little bit about you before you actually complete your workout. We need to know what you've done in the past. We want to know what your goals are. We want to know how can we help you with your goals, if you have any limitations. So we're better able to coach you during your first class. For example, if I know you haven't been working out in like 2 years, then I have an idea of where you're at right now, and how, and where I feel like how I can better coach you just by meeting you for the first time.
So you talk about limitations. Are the people coming in usually aware of their limitations, or do you help craft those limitations? For instance, I have a friend that's recently had 2 hips replaced. If that person wants to get back into an Orange Theory type class, do you design those limitations, or does the individual define those? How does that happen?
The individual actually will tell us what limitations they have, like if they had their hip replacement or knee replacement or any type of injury that we need to know about. because in the class, if there's an exercise that they need an option for, we always provide an option for our members during our classes. But if it's another option that they may need, we need to know that prior to class and with them telling us, so we have an idea and we can start thinking about, okay, we have this exercise, but I know they will probably need an option for it, and the option is not an option. So we have to start thinking about in class, what option can we provide to them that can hit the same muscle group, but yet still be effective and safe for that member.
That's fascinating. I know a lot of people that have had joint type replacements, and I know they're always cautious to get back into exercising. But if they can't do, if I understand you right, if they can't do a particular exercise, you try to find other exercises that will still focus on those same muscle groups.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so give us an idea, if somebody wants to join Orange Theory, what does it cost? What type plans are available?
We have different types of memberships, and the cost will range anywhere between $8 to $13 per session, depending on which membership they decided to go with at Orange Theory.
Okay. Well, that's not bad. Is that a long-term commitment, or are they month-to-month type commitments?
It's a month-to-month. It's a month-to-month commitment with a 30-day cancellation notice with our membership, but you can go month-to-month. Most of our members, we've had members that have been with us for like 3 or 4 years just because they just love it and they don't have to think about it. And they just love the motivation of the coaches, of the class, and it's always changing.
Yeah. People that I've spoken to, and I have not yet been to an Orange Theory, but I have friends that have, and I plan to visit, but I've been told that the motivational aspect is really the great part. And I can see with people like you leading why it would be motivational. So this question, let me make sure I read it right. Why is it so hard to stick to a routine if I'm working out at home?
So many distractions. I mean, like me as a mom, if I'm trying to work out at home and my kids are around, then it's like, oh, I got to do something for the kids. Or if you see something that's not done, oh, I need to be folding that blanket, or, oh, I need to be sweeping the floors. I need to do laundry. It's just too many distractions, and I will tell you, during COVID, it was challenging for me to have to work out at home, and literally had to get up before my kids woke up just so I could focus on my workout, because if I did it while they were awake, I felt like I needed to be doing something with them as opposed to me working out. And I just think there's just too much stuff trying to pull you in different directions, which is why I love coming to an Orange Theory to work out, because this is my focus. I don't have my cell phone. I'm focusing on my workout. This is 1 hour for me. And I get in and I get out and I'm good. And I'm happy because I got my workout in.
That makes great sense. That's, although I will have to say, when you talked about doing your workouts before your kids woke up, I thought back to your earlier talking about using your kids as exercise equipment. I can see you with one of them over your shoulders doing squats while they're still asleep.
My son would be like, "Mommy, let me know when you want to do squats, and I'll be here for you," And I'm like, "Okay."
Well, you're setting a great example for them. Are your kids exercising with you already? Is that a good thing to do, to get your kids exercising with you?
They do. They enjoy exercising with me. I don't have them doing weights because they're only 8 and 9 years old, but they do body weight exercises with me. They'll do the squats. They'll do the push-ups. And mine are very active in travel soccer. So, I mean, they run a lot. So they love the fitness aspect, and they know how important it is to stay in shape, to the point where my son comes home every Monday and he was like, I was like, "How was school today?" He was like, "It was great. It was Mile Monday." And I'm like, yes, he loves to run. But it was a matter of getting them in the routine. And they don't have to have like a specific exercise routine. You just want them to get in the habit of being active and moving. So it feels natural to them to be like, "Oh, my son at 8 years old, you tell him to go run a mile. He's like, "Okay, I'll go run," and not always on the TV. I mean, in front of the TV or on the video game. So we want to just instill it at an early age.
Good, good. You made an interesting point there, and I'm curious. You said your kids are still too young to use weights. Tell me about that. When should young people first start using weights in their exercise routine?
I would say anywhere around 13 or 14 years old. At Orange Theory Fitness, our youngest member can be 14 years old if their parent is here working out with them. I highly wouldn't recommend doing anything more than body weight stuff any sooner than that, because they're still growing as well. And plus, at a younger age, lifting weights, it's very technical. And if you do and the form has got to be right to be effective. And I just feel like a little bit of maturity helps as well.
Okay, great. That's good to know. So here's an interesting one. How can I motivate my spouse to work out?
That is definitely a hard
one. I want
one.
to tell you that I don't have that problem. My wife's in great shape, so I'm not talking about me personally.
I would just say, I would just ask them, because a lot of times we have members that come in here and like, I really want my spouse to come in here with me to work out. And then when we go through their consultation, their biggest support system is usually their spouse. So our direction there is like, you would just ask your spouse, yes, you're my biggest support system. It would really mean a lot to me if you would come be supportive with me in a workout and just try it together. Just kind of working it in that way, as opposed to saying you need to work out. Because if you tell somebody they need to work out, that's not very motivating. But changing the way you say it, saying that I need you to be there for my support, for my motivation, that would be another way you can just change how you're saying something, and it might encourage them to work out, and they might enjoy it, and then they'll be consistent with it.
Well, I've been married long enough to know that you don't say you need to work out.
Yes.
But I like that. I need you there for motivation. That's great. And I can think that for a lot of couples, it would be a good activity to be involved in together, to be exercising together. You talked about how it can help reduce anxiety earlier. A lot of the people that we work with in our offices, they're having financial problems, so they're dealing with a great amount of anxiety. And we always encourage husbands and wives to address issues together. So motivating one another to work out together, that would be a great thing. All right, so some of these we've already answered. We talked about the price of Orange Theory and the cost for membership. Are there any seasonal type discounts or specials that our viewers should be aware about right now?
We do always have some corporate rates. So if we have a group of members and they all work at the same, we'll just say like at Baptist South or Baptist Hospital, if they have 10 or more if we have 10 or more of their members, then they actually get $10 off of a month, just based on our corporate membership. But we're also, there's points and times where we'll offer like a refer and receive, where you're able to invite somebody to come in and actually get a special rate for an amount of time. So it's always something that we're having. You just have to be on our Facebook pages and hear about all of our great discounts and our great specials that we offer.
So if somebody in the Montgomery area comes in to see Donna right now and they say, Donna, I saw you on the Bound and Bodas Facebook Live, you're going to fix them up, aren't you? You're going to take good care of them?
I'm going to take very good care of them. I'm going to do their fitness consultation. I'm going to book them into one of my classes.
Awesome. Well, I don't think they could ask for anything more. Next question I have here is, and you talked about how now Orange Theory is doing the free online classes, but is there a online opportunity, a paid, I guess, an online opportunity where there's coaching also involved?
On our online workouts, there is a coach there that kind of demos the exercise exactly like we would do in the classroom setting. It's just there's no one there just to correct your form if your form isn't isn't right, you know, and that's the best thing about being able to come in the studio is to be able to have that coach to be able to correct your form when you need your form corrected. And unfortunately, you know, online with Orange Theory, there's just they're watching a video and it's just a screen and there's no one there to correct them. But they do give key points and what you should be looking for and what you shouldn't do in the exercise.
Tell me, I know you're at the Orange Theory facility in Montgomery, but Orange Theory is across the state and, in fact, across the country right now. Can you tell me a little bit more about Orange Theory nationally?
And we're actually globally, we're worldwide.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
Orange Theory is done in different languages. I've actually I was fortunate to be able to go to a training last year and met other people from around the world. And they do everything in their language, but they count them down. But nationally, we are growing. We are over 1,000 studios right now. It started in Florida and it's just flourished all over the nation. And one great thing about Orange Theory is when you're a member at one Orange Theory, you're able to go work out at the different Orange Theory. So I've been able to visit another Orange Theory, and it's not even in Alabama, but because I'm a member here, then I'm able to go work out at another Orange Theory and get that same experience. So all of our workouts if the workout that you do here in Montgomery today is the same workout that you're going to be doing in Seattle, Washington, if you were in Seattle. It's just the coach is going to be different. It's going to be the same format, same class, and it's brand consistency. It's going to be consistent across the board. And that's the one great thing about Orange Theory is that even though you have the different personalities from the coaches, different music, you still know any Orange Theory that you walk into, you're still going to get that same great workout, that atmosphere, and that's what you're looking for. So
you talked a little bit earlier about the fitness bands, I guess, that people wear while they're participating. Give us kind of an idea of the overall Orange Theory environment. If I came in for a class today, what would happen? How would it get started, and what would take place? How long would it take?
Okay, if it was your first class, we recommend that you come in about 20 minutes early. We like to get to know you. You will be greeted by a fitness specialist. You will go into the studio. You will meet your coach. Your coach is going to kind of walk you around the studio, giving you an idea of what the class is going to be like. So you're not being blindsided. You know, we're going to show you how to use the treadmill. We're going to show you where your weight station is. We're going to show you how you're supposed to be rowing on the rower. And then you will go back out of the studio, and everybody comes into the studio 5 minutes before class, and the music is going. And once the class starts, then the treadmill start, the rowers start, and everything starts moving. Everything just starts moving and shaking. You'll hear the loud music. You always stay in a group. So like if it's a group of 12, we call it a 2G, an Orange 2G, which is our signature workout, is our 2G class. 6 people start on the treadmill, 6 people start on the rowers. The rowers will warm up for 3 minutes and then head to the weight room, and then they will complete their weight blocks. They will have anywhere between 1 to 3 or 4 different weight blocks that the coach goes over the exercises. They time them, and while the treadmills are doing something completely different. So treadmills are running, you guys are lifting weights. At about 28 minutes within the class, then they switch. If you are in the weight room, you're going to go to the treadmill, and the treadmills will go to the weight room. Then you will each do what the other group did beforehand. And then after that, everybody stops. Once they've all gone through their blocks, we will stretch it out. We'll go over flexibility. And then after class, you would stick around and we would go over your summary. So because you're wearing an OTB performance tracker, we have a summary of everything you did in class. We can tell you this is how many calories you burned. This was your average heart rate. This was your average heart rate percentage. And then we can go from there to kind of talk to them about the workout and how they felt, what they liked about the workout. And then we just go from there.
Why is the heart rate important, and what should it be, Donna?
The heart rate is important because you want to be sure that you are working in the levels that you need to be working in. And here at Orange Theory, it's our whole theory is 12 or more minutes in the orange and red zone to get the afterburn effect. So you would be burning when you spend 12 or more minutes in the orange and red zone, which is 84% of your max heart rate or greater, then your body is burning 20% more calories for the next 24 to 36 hours. And that's huge when it comes to weight loss.
And how is the maximum heart rate determined? Is it based on age?
Age and gender.
Okay. So I'm a 60-year-old male. Mine would be lower than what it would have been 10, 20 years ago, I assume?
Yes, your max heart rate would be lower.
Okay. And these are more my own questions right now. So I know that a lot of workouts, they try to get people's heart rate up and then back down again and up and down. Why is that important?
It causes your body to work harder. So you're burning more calories. It causes your body to work harder because your body has to adjust from a higher intensity to a lower intensity.
Okay. Well, that's why it's done then. So as opposed to just staying in that high rate the whole time, it's better for the body to go back and forth?
Yes, it is. A lot of times you'll find it hard to stay in 84% of your max heart rate or greater for a long period of time because you are starting to work out without oxygen. We had the tendency to see a lot of people trying to stay like in what we call the green zone, which is 71 to 83% of your max heart rate. So staying in there at that challenging but doable, but not getting to that point where you're uncomfortable. And we try to push you to the point where you're uncomfortable, but be able to come back into challenging but doable.
So for our viewers in Montgomery, where is your store that you're working from in Montgomery?
It is at 1645 Perry Hill Road. We are in the same shopping center as Fresh Market.
Okay, I know exactly where that is. And you're affiliated also with stores in Birmingham and other places in Alabama. Is that correct, other than Orange Theory nationally? I know that there are some other stores, excuse me, locally that you're affiliated with. Do I have that correct?
Yes, we have Tuscaloosa, Auburn. There is downtown Birmingham. We have Inverness, Hoover, Vestavia Hills, and Trussville.
Awesome. And I know just from my friends and associates that have been active and visited those stores that y'all do a great job. I want to just go back again to remind our viewers, I'm Brad Bodis with the Bond and Bodis Law Offices. We help people with financial problems. If you need help, please reach out to us. We've been fortunate today to have a special guest. We've had Donna Franklin Ellis with Orange Theory Fitness, and we've talked about how to stay in shape, how to keep active during the pandemic and with the holidays coming up. And Donna's been great to answer questions. I want to encourage our viewers. Donna does a great job at the Orange Theory website, which I visited before doing this presentation today. Is just great. It's chock full of information. And what I think is great is, as Donna spoke about earlier, there's some absolutely free exercises just to keep yourself in shape while at home. But ideally, you need to make time for yourself. You schedule an appointment to, as Donna said, get your nails done, maybe go to the doctor, maybe go to the dentist, perhaps come to an attorney, but you need to schedule time to take care of yourself, to exercise, to stay in shape. We asked Donna earlier, and she said if you try to do it at home so often, you let things get in the way. Donna, I really want to thank you for being here today, for answering questions. I always like to give my guests an opportunity to, if there's something you'd like to say in closing about fitness or Orange Theory, please share any additional thoughts you might have with our viewers.
I would just say, when it comes to fitness, find that factor that motivates you. You know, one of the biggest things I've tried to tell some of my members, you know, it's like when we get older, you know, make it that factor that you want to be there for your grandkids and be able to play with your grandkids, because that's really important for a lot of people. But find something that motivates you, because, you know, we want to be able to do things that's pleasurable and not have to struggle when we go do different things where we have to like be physical. So find out what motivates you and make that your motivation and to get moving.
Awesome, awesome. People, stay active, take care of yourselves. Orange Theory Fitness offers a great workout. If you think you're interested, there's information on the Bon and Botus Facebook page and the Orange Theory website, which has been flashed across our screen a couple of times. Encourage you to take care of yourself, stay active. If you know somebody that might benefit from this video, please remember that it will be on the Bon and Botus Facebook page and on the Bon and Botus web page. And I believe there will be a link from the Orange Theory web page also. So encourage people that you think might be interested to go back and watch this video later. All of our previous Facebook Live episodes are available on our Facebook page. We had a fascinating interview a couple of weeks ago with a professor from the University of Alabama, and we talked about voting rights, which is on a lot of people's mind right now. But in closing, on behalf of Donna Franklin Ellis and all of the folks at Orange Theory, and on behalf of all of us at the Bon and Botus Law Offices, take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you so much, Donna.
Thank you for having me.
Have a great day.
You too.